Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday, the 10th of February 2019. Thank you for joining me. I'm using the Glastonbury Tarot for today's reading. I'm going to shuffle the cards a few times. By the way, if you have any issues with my shuffling technique, I've just made a live video about that, addressing your concerns. I shuffle them before I come on, before I film them. I shuffle them by kind of spreading them out on the table and messing them up. And when I do shuffle, I do shuffle the ones on the right, as you can see. So the whole shuffling issue is just painful for me to read, because you don't know what I do to these poor cards before I come on and film them. All right, so let's have a look at what's coming up. And while I am shuffling the cards, I now tune in to what the day is going to be about, Sunday the 10th of Feb. And the cards are going to give me a very detailed answer. So these readings are for all signs of the zodiac. They're for everyone who watches. And if you like my videos, then please share them online so that other people can see them as well. So let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of. This deck is really, it takes a really kind look at humanity, and it looks at humanity from the perspective of how we ought to have been, and it kind of almost gives us the chance and the advantage to say, you've already overcome something, and we see the best in you. So we've got the World, the Phoenix, then we have the Four of Cups, Integrity, and then we have the High Priestess, Morgana, in reverse. So the World is coming to the end of the Fool's Journey. It's the last card of the Major Arcana. And it means that you have finished your journey. You understand everything about life. You faced the Lovers, the Hierophant, the Hanged Man. You faced Death, the Tower, the Moon card, the Star, the Sun, what else is there? All of the Major Arcana cards. You've gone through everything that you can possibly go through. And when you get to the end of the Major Arcana, you realize that you're not a fool. You realize that the world and spirit is all inside you. That there isn't anything external which is going to fulfill you, that you already have those things within you that will fulfill you. But you have to go through the journey to realize that. It's like Dorothy Gale in The Wizard of Oz. She has to go through that whole journey to realize that there's no place like home. And there is no place like home when it comes to you spiritually, because you have the spark of the universe internally. That means you can rise from the ashes, and you can be this amazing phoenix in the sky, and then you can change, and then you can go on another journey. You can rebirth yourself, and you can choose a different path and choose a different journey and become a different kind of phoenix. You have all the options in the world, all of them. Now, this is the kind of thing I meant with this deck is very generous to people, because the Four of Pentacles, the Four Vesicas, is usually a miser, someone hanging on to his cash, and someone who is very strongly kind of trying to hide what he's got, and who is all about keeping his fortune safe from greedy eyes who want to steal from him. That can be seen as miserliness and greed, but in this deck they say integrity. I have the integrity to value what I've got and to take care of it. You see, which takes a much gentler, much more positive view of the card. So this woman, she has the integrity to take care of the money that she's earned. She's covered in this purple robe. So she trusts in her intuition that the money that she's made is going to be safe. She doesn't need to go into fear mode or greed mode, because she's connected to nature, and that's where she's got her wealth from. and she is guided by her intuition in terms of how to provide for herself, and she knows that it's her job to maintain her fortune, but also she knows that if she were to lose her fortune, that she can always get in touch with nature again, and to listen to her gut and to create another fortune, same as this. So it's about being able to repeat a success, or to reinvent yourself. So today is a very important day where you will feel strong in yourself, and you will feel like you're the only person who has all the answers, who is using their third eye, who's completely in touch with all the elements, air and rods, vesicas, cups, pentacles, cups. You're in touch with everything, and you know everything. The reality is that you're not the only one who is aware of everything. Other people are using their intuition. Other people are also going through the journey. So it's important today that you see yourself as part of the collective, that you don't isolate yourself, that you don't think that you know more than other people, or that you get on some sort of high horse attitude mission that, you know, I have it all figured out, and I'm going to deign to teach you, and I'm going to deign to enlighten you. Which is so interesting, because that's kind of what I've done with the shuffling thing. I've just kind of said, I do shuffle the cards, and they are shuffled properly. But I haven't said that I'm the best shuffler in the world. I've just said that the cards are shuffled appropriately so that I don't get the same 3 cards every day. I haven't said that I'm better or that my technique is the greatest. It certainly isn't. But I'm just, yeah, so I was just trying to reassure people that I do shuffle the cards. So I don't think I've gone that far. Okay, so on this day, make sure you connect with other people, especially if you feel tuned in to call someone or to be with another person. That's going to be super helpful, because other people are also on this intuitive wavelength, and it's almost like psychic telephones being in play today. Finally, the High Priestess Morgana. Morgana, if you read The Mists of Avalon, it's a really great, it's a lovely book. It's kind of an epic, and it's written about Avalon, the Isle of Avalon, and Morgan Le Fay, and that whole time, and Merlin, and that whole time of Camelot in England. And you can see Excalibur coming out of the lake there from the Lady of the Lake, who is part of Avalon. And the High Priestess Morgana, she knows everything. She is in touch with the world. She's here at night. She's mastered any kind of fear. She is the moon goddess. She knows all the information that you could possibly ever ask. She is part of the galaxy, so she is in every dimension. She's able to dive in and out of realities. She can be on the other side. She can be here. She can go to Avalon. She can come to the real world. She can go to Camelot. She's someone who's not stopped by the veils that separate our worlds. And if you go and ask her anything, she will have the answer. She'll be able to give you a very clear, crystal clear response to what you're asking her. So the High Priestess is like the ultimate psychic. She's also a psychic healer, a spiritual healer, just because on her crown chakra, she's got the full moon and the crescent moon sitting there together, and they imbue her with all the power of the moon and these different dimensions and whatever stage the moon is at. And her third eye is really lit up as well. So that card is in reverse too. So it's not just about going to see someone and waiting for them to heal you and to take care of all of your problems. What the card is saying is that you have that within you today. You have the ability to heal yourself and others. You have the ability to give good input. And now that I've reversed the card, I can see the Eye of Horus here in the sword. And it's the all-seeing eye. It's the eye of wisdom. You have all wisdom, and you can answer things for yourself and others, and you can also heal yourself and other people. And that means that you can let go of any worries you may have about fear. Any worries you may have about fear. Any fears that you may have about losing your money. Any fears you have about your place in the world. Your health. You may feel sidelined and like you have to compete to get back into the limelight and into the center. You can let go of all of that and pour it into the phoenix, and it will go into this pool of who you are, and it's just going to be a blip in this infinite, magical, glowing, amazing spiritual energy that's at the center of the Phoenix card here. And you can take it and rebirth yourself to become a phoenix in a different area of your life, or you can actually use it as fuel to set you apart and to let yourself shine as brightly as you can. Because when you embody and embrace your fears and they no longer have control over you and they don't keep you stuck, then you really do shine to as brightly as you possibly can. So it's a day of really listening rather than talking, letting go rather than clinging on, and letting yourself shine and doing your best and focusing on doing your best rather than comparing yourself to other people or other beings. And by following that instruction, you're going to have a lovely, quiet, healing, and super productive day. And you're going to feel very proud of your contribution at the end of the day. 21 and 2 is 23, and 4 is 27. 2 and 7 is 9 in numerology, and 9 is about spirituality and completion. So it's a Sunday that is about naturally being tuned in to other realms, to other dimensions, to seeing things that you don't usually see, which allow you to drop your fears and to really feel complete and taken care of within yourself, and that there's also an opportunity for you in life to still shine and to still mesmerize and enchant other people with your pure talent and with your ideas and your experiences that you pool together and then bring to the surface, you bring to light, and other people can gather and watch at the spectacle that you're making and the way you've taken life's hardships and how you've taken the tragic and turned it into magic. And that's all we can aim for, really, to take our circumstances and to do the best that we can with the circumstances that we've been given. So I hope you have a lovely day. I hope this day makes you feel like you're taking the next step up in terms of your intuitive abilities, and that you are becoming the phoenix and you're gaining strength, and that you're letting go of things that deter you and that pull you down. Have a wonderful day. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading, or the book your readings button, which is on the front page. In my personal readings, I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology. And those three divination tools, when I use them in combination, really allow me to see who you are on every level, what your life purpose is, what you're good at vocationally, what's coming up for you in love and finance and career, and what your ideal career ought to be, health, friendships, travel, moving, where the best place for you would be to live. That I use the astrocartography for that. So if you have any questions, then please get in touch for a personal reading. If you like these videos, please remember to share them and hit the subscribe button, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.